Okay, we're gonna see if this working now. I know earlier a couple people could not hear. Uh, let's see. Want to make sure people can actually hear me.
Okay, we're gonna
Uh,
see if this working now.
okay.
I know.
Well, I think it is working. Okay. All right. So hopefully everyone have been having a good day. I hope you all have been doing pretty good. I know I'm not going to be on here long. Just wanted to come and share a little bit of information with you all and go over a few things just to help you really understand what business credit is all about. I know over the last past couple of weeks, we've really been pushing our funding program and our business credit program. Our goal is to help 100 business owners within the next 90 days build business credit and get access to funding. Every day I get phone calls from different business owners about how can I get money for my business, or how can I get my business off the ground, how can I get a loan. They Some of the things I'll go over in a few minutes with everyone, but you want to make sure that you have your I's dotted, you want to make sure that you have your T's crossed, and you want to make sure that your business is where it needs to be. So one of the things that you don't want to do is you don't want to put yourself in a position where you set yourself up for failure. So I am going to, let's see, okay, perfect. So I'm going to go here and we're going to talk a little bit about how to establish business credit. So right now, credit is a major to get. You want to make sure that business is set up correct. You want to make sure that you're registered with the Secretary of State. You want to make sure that you are registered with Dun and Bradstreet. You want to make sure that you have a professional email address. You want to make sure that you have a professional website. It's just a lot of things that you want to make sure you have in place if you really want to be successful with building your business credit. It's not a hard process. You can start building business credit tomorrow and put yourself in a position where you can get access to funding within the next week or 2 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 24 weeks, 36 weeks, depending all upon where your business is, how you're running your money through your business account, how your business is structured. So when we start going over business credit, the reason why we tell people to build business credit because 85% of business owners have never heard of business credit and never used business credit before. So what we try to do is to get you to stop tying up your personal credit and start leveraging your business so that you can have a separate credit profile for your business. But I know a lot of people that's doing business credit. Some of them are doing it the right way. Some of them are doing it the wrong way because they're not telling you how you need to be set up and what all you need to have in place and everything that you need to have set up for your business to make sure you are successful and productive with what you're doing. So I don't think this video is going to play, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. That's a video. So, who can apply for business credit? Just about. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Any business that's set up correctly can apply for business credit. Whether if you're a for-profit or a non-profit, you can get loans. You can get lines of credit. You can get credit cards. You can get fuel cards. You can get hotel cards. You can get Visa, Master, American Express cards, all directly in your business name. So if you're a lawn service, you're a daycare, you're a church, you're a restaurant, you're a hair salon, a barbershop, beauty shop, trucking company, consulting business, whatever type of business you have, whether if it's a for-profit or a non-profit entity, you can establish business credit. And so these are just some different things that you can get. What is business credit is when your business has its own separate identity and has its own separate business profile. That puts you as the business owner in a position where you have your federal tax number that comes from the IRS, known as an employee identification number, And then after that, you want to make sure that you register your business with the Business Credit Bureau, Dun and Bradstreet. But Dun and Bradstreet has been around since 1841. They're the world's largest business credit reporting bureau, with over 80% of businesses that are accounts that report. Most of them will report to Dun and Bradstreet. Some of them report to Equifax. Some of them report to Experian Business, but most of them are going to report to Dun and Bradstreet. So you want to make sure you have a Dun and Bradstreet number. Most of the time, Dun and Bradstreet are going to try to charge you anywhere from $299 to $500 for a Dun and Bradstreet number. They think they charge like $1,800 or $2,500 for the Business Credibility Program, which is actually not Dun and Bradstreet. That's a private company that normally try to sell you a business credit reporting service. So you want to make sure that you have the necessary steps and tools to make your business profitable and make things simple. You want to make sure that you have vendor accounts that's open in the business name, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. But these are just some of the things that you can get with business credit. Major credit cards, office supply accounts. What happens is you have to really be disciplined in order for you to build business credit, because you're going to make an order. When you make an order from a company, number one, you're already spending money every day. You spend money on gas, you spend money on toilet tissue, you spend money on paper, you spend money on ink, you spend money on maintenance on your car, you spend money on lights and water. There's different, just small things that you spend money on every day. And now you want to discipline yourself to start opening up vendor accounts and open up commercial accounts where you can get put on a net 30, a net 60, a net 90, or a net 15. Some companies do offer net 7s. So let's take, for instance, we're going to talk about the fuel card. We'll talk about the fuel card for a moment. When we look at a fuel card, right now, everybody go to the gas pump, and you're spending anywhere from, especially, with the way the prices of gas have gone up, you're spending anywhere from $30 to $100, depending on what type of vehicle you're driving and what type of gas it take to fill up your car. So instead of you spending $100 filling up your car, filling up your SUV, and you paying for it with a debit card or deposit card, now let's use a business fuel card, and let's use the credit that your business have with whatever company you have a fuel card with. We have a list of them that you can get fuel cards with, and now you're going to spend that $100 on gas. So you might spend, for instance, $215 a week on gas. So almost $1,000 a month you spend on gas. It's about $875 you're going to spend on gas every month. So now let's put that on a business fuel card, and let's pay the fuel company back or make payments on that money that we've used in gas, instead of us paying cash up front. And unfortunately, your cash don't report to anybody. So a lot of business owners are accustomed to going places and we pay cash for everything. Well, that hurts us because our cash payments don't report to anybody. So you want to make sure that now that you're in business, you're setting things up the right way. So instead of you going to Walmart and you're going to spend $40 on cleaning supplies, you're going to go buy bleach, and you're going to buy Fabuloso, and you're going to go buy some laundry detergent, then you're going to turn around and buy some toilet tissue and some paper towels. Now let's open up a vendor account with a company called Quill or Uline, and now let's order our cleaning supplies from one of those companies, and we order $50 worth of cleaning supplies. They ship it to you. They deliver it to you at your doorstep. They give you an invoice for the little $60, $75, however much it costs, and then you pay that invoice within 30 days. That invoice is going to turn around and it's going to report to one of the business credit reporting agencies, whether if it's Dun and Bradstreet, whether if it's Experian, or whether if it's Equifax Business. But now you're able to build a business credit score. So a a lot of us are familiar with the FICO score. The FICO score goes from 350 to 850, and it's based upon five different compartments. Normally, your credit utilization, it's the amount of new accounts you have. You have revolving accounts. You have your payment history. You have installment loans. So on the business credit side, they use a Paydex scoring model, PAYDEX, and that Paydex score goes from 0 to 100. So with using the Paydex model, this helps you get into the door with a lot of the companies that you want to eventually start building relationships with, like Microsoft or Dell or Apple or Sam's, Walmart, Costco, places we go already every day, Lowe's, Home Depot, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy. All of these companies offer corporate accounts. So if they offer a corporate account, why rather do I take my cash and spend my cash that's going to hurt me because it's not reporting to nobody, and I can go open up a vendor account, and now that vendor account that I have with Sam's, now that account reports to Dun and Bradstreet, or that business account that I have now with Dell, and I done bought 2 or 3 computers, 2 or 3 desktops, 2 or 3 laptops. Now that revolving account that I have reports to the credit bureaus, and I'm able to put myself in a position where I'm able to win. So we try to get individuals to stop using their personal credit for everything. You want to have good personal credit, but unfortunately, a lot of small business owners have bad credit because all of their personal credit is tied up in their business. And guess what? Your business is not making the money that you wanted to make. So because your business is not making the money that you wanted to make, all your credit cards are maxed out. So with your credit cards being maxed out, that means that your credit score constantly goes up and down, up and down. One minute you max out all your cards and you're at 100 credit utilization, and then you pay your cards down and you're at a 50% utilization now. Then you got to go back, you got to go buy more supplies, and you max those cards back out. So now you back at 100% utilization, and your credit score is steady dropping. It's going from the high 600s to the high 500s. And so your credit scores are constantly moving because you're using your personal credit. So you want to make sure that your business is structured the right way. You have a sole proprietor, you have an S Corp, an LLC, an LLP, and you have a C Corp. So you want to make sure that you are structured the right way. I'm not going to go into details about each structured entity, but we know that a lot of people tell us the most popular entity is the LLC, but you want to start moving into the C Corp, so that way you can put yourself in a position of taking advantage of most of the tax credits and deductions and tax benefits that they have in place for you as an entrepreneur and a business owner, as well as the business. Because now your lifestyle, everything that you do is now tax deductible. You want to be able to take advantage of most of the tax breaks and tax cuts that's available. I know I've talked and I share it all the time. Anytime I get up and do a presentation, we talk about the 475 tax deductions that's in place for individuals who own and operate a small business. So you want to take advantage of those deductions. Just to mention 3 of them, if you have kids, you can hire your kids as employees. And from ages 0 to 24, you can pay them up to $12,000 per year per child and legally get a tax write-off every year. If you have a cell phone, everybody got some type of smartphone, whether it's an Android or whether if you have an iPhone, you got a smartphone. The IRS allows you to put the phone in the business name, and that means you'll have to have articles of incorporation or articles of formation. You'll need your federal tax ID number from the IRS, and then you can go transfer that phone from Verizon, T-Mobile, whoever you're using, AT&T, Sprint, whoever your cell phone provider is, and you're going to transfer that phone into your business name. Once you transfer that phone into your business name, now you're able to write off 100% of the value of the phone as well as 100% of the phone, because now that's a business expense. And then we all know the most popular one is the mileage. The standard mileage rate right now is 57 cents for each mile that you drive relating to business. It's tax deductible. So those of you all who wanted more information, I did leave my website in the link. And then after that, you also can purchase a copy of the book. I know y'all can't see it that clear, but you can purchase a copy of the book today, which is, I sell them normally when I do my presentations for $50. But it's the guide on how to start and fund a business. We go over everything that's in this PowerPoint presentation. It's in the book, as well as a list of about 200 vendors that you can take advantage of. And literally anything that you can possibly think about purchasing, you can open up a vendor account with one of those companies. But some of the things you want to have in place is every business, you need to have a professional office address. You don't need to be registered at your house. You need to be registered at a professional office address. Let's see. Hold on for 1 second. Let me get somebody on the live. Check. So you want to make sure you are registered at a professional office address or a virtual address. You want to be registered there. You don't want to be registered at your house. You don't want to be registered at your mama or your auntie or your cousin house, but you want to be registered at a professional office address, because this is going to help you with when you start dealing with banks. The banks are already, they don't want to loan you money. They don't want to loan you money because most small businesses are not bankable. They are not lender compliant. They don't have all the I's dotted. They don't have all the T's crossed. A lot of small businesses don't have personal and business tax returns. They don't have business plans. They don't have market analysis. They don't have a budget. They don't have P&L statements. And so when small businesses don't have those things in place, most of the time the bank is going to deny you for the loan that you're trying to get or the loan that you're trying to apply for, because you don't have most of the essential stuff in place. So you need a professional office address. Second thing is that you need to make sure you have a business phone number. You don't want to do business and you have your cell phone listed on your website. You have your cell phone listed on your business cards. You have your cell phone listed on your business Facebook page. You have your cell phone listed on your LinkedIn. You want to make sure you have a professional office phone number, that's registered with the Federal Communications Commission. So we utilize a couple different companies, and if y'all need lists of those companies, feel free to contact me or go to the website that's listed. It's wealthuniversityfunding.com. Go to the website, leave your name, your email address, and a phone number, and we'll make sure to give you a list of some of the companies that you can use for the professional business phone number. And we do have companies that you can utilize for the professional office address as well. So a lot of businesses, I dealt with a business today, they make about $35,000 a month. That particular company was not in good standing with the local Secretary of State. So if I would have sent their file off to the bank would have denied them for the loan or the working capital that they were trying to get for their business, because their business was not in good standing with the local Secretary of State. Every business in the United States have to renew their annual report with the Secretary of State every year. There's no such thing as it's going to renew automatically. No, you have to pay the money and renew it every year. I know in Louisiana, it ranges from $10 for nonprofits to $35 for for-profit entities. So you want to make sure you're in good standing with the local Secretary of State. Couple things you want to make sure you have in place to become lender compliant or to become bankable. You want to make sure that again, you're in good standing with the local Secretary of State. You want to make sure that your federal tax ID number matches the name that's on your incorporation papers. You don't want the tax ID number to say Get Right Trucking, and then your tax ID number is Get Right Logistics LLC. those are two different companies. You didn't set it up correctly. So I dealt with a business about 2.5 weeks ago. We had got them approved for $18,500. The $18,500 they were approved for when we asked them for a voided check, and then we were getting ready to do the bank verification. Well, the name that was submitted on the loan and the name on the bank account reflected something totally different. So you want to make sure that these names match. So he was denied the loan. We have to wait 30 days and go back and reapply because he was set up originally as a DBA. With him being set up as a DBA originally, he did not have a lot of things in place. So he'd been in operation for about 15 years. So 3 years ago, he set up an LLC, but his bank account still has his name doing business as the name of his company, and it doesn't have the name of the LLC on his business bank account or on his business checks or on his business license because he registered with the Secretary of State as an LLC, but he never switched the banking information over to the DBA that's now set up as an LLC. And the name, the wording verbiage, and the name title of the business was a little different. So the bank denied him for that particular loan because he didn't have those things in place. So you want to make sure that you have a business bank account. Talked to a person today that owns a trucking company, and they're doing pretty good with the trucking company, but they run the $20,000 they make every month through their personal account and not their business account. And unfortunately, I would have been able to get them some type of funding probably within the next 3 to 4 days if they were running everything through their business account. But because they're running it through their personal account, on Monday morning, they're going to go to the bank and they're going to open up a business account, and then they're going to start running all of their money through their business account now. So that way they'll be able to get funding that way. And they've been in the business for 4 years now. So the banks are going to go off of the date that you open your business account is like the date that you started your business. Your tax ID number, you could have got that in 2015. Your LLC, you could have got that back in 2021. Your bank account, you just opened in 2023. To the banks, institutions, lending institutions, you just got everything open 2023 because that's when you open up your business account. So, so I try to tell everybody, yes, sir, Mr. Bailey, you want to run as much money as you can through your business account because we on live. I'm not going to share what I normally share when I do my presentations in person, but you want to start running as much as the money as you can through your business bank account because this is going to help put you where you need to be. This is also going to help you get the funding that you need for your business because no matter where you are in whatever part of life or whatever world you're in, whatever city or state that you stay in, you can start building business credit today. The same opportunity that the major corporations have, Sam's, Walmart, Costco, small businesses that just start today or tomorrow have that same opportunity. So you want to make sure that you go and you open up your business bank account. Stop doing business with your personal account. Make sure that you're running everything through your business account. So all the money that you're making, your cash, your checks, your debit, credit card transactions, all that need to go directly through your business bank account. You do not need to be running your personal money and your business money just through your personal bank account. No, you need to start running all of your money that you make through your business bank account because this is going to help you when it comes time for funding. Unfortunately, for businesses, they're not going to ask you for a check stub. They're going to ask you for financial statements. They're going to ask you for bank statements. They're going to ask you for profit and loss statements. They're going to ask you for business tax returns. And these small things having in place is going to help catapult you to the level that you need to be in. you need a business license. Depending on what city, state, county that you're in, most of the time with the Department of Revenue or the City Hall, you are required to have a license to do business within that particular city or within that parish or within that county. Again, you cannot be registered at your house address. You want to be registered at a physical business address. So a lot of people, we use iPostal. They have Alliance Virtual Offices. They have Regis offices. They may have a professional office plaza somewhere in your city that will allow you to utilize their business address. So you want to make sure you check into that and you're just not registered at a physical home address or apartment. And yeah, you can use the word suite or the word unit, but when they go to the 411 directory and they go to Google Maps and they pull it up and they see, okay, you got a business, you're making $200,000-$300,000 a year, but you registered at an apartment. It don't look good to the banks. You want to have a professional business phone number that's registered with the Federal Communications Commission. You want to make sure you're listed in the 411 directory. And then this is a major component right here. You need a business website. You need to be on the World Wide Web. That's why it's www dot whatever your business name is .company. So you want to make sure, yeah. Now, if you did register yourself at a business, a home address or a residential address, you can always go to the local Secretary of State. Most of them, you can have an account online. Most of them, you can't go in person anymore. But you can register with, like Louisiana is gobiz.sos.la.gov, and you register yourself and you go to annual report, and you want to update your annual report and you want to change your address, and you want to change that residential address now to a commercial address. So you're going to need a professional website and you're going to need a professional email address. So not a Gmail or Ymail or Outlook or AOL account. You want to have a professional email address. Like one of my emails is info@financialwealthuniversity.net, Dr. D@bossplug.net. So you want to make sure that you have these things set up and in place, because this is going to help you do business and it's going to help you get funding when it comes time for you to get funding. So no, you don't want to use a P.O. box. Your P.O. box can be used for a mailing address, but your P.O. box cannot be a physical business address, because again, anybody can go get a P.O. box. And most of the time you'll get a P.O. box, what's gonna pop up is the post office address. So you don't want to go get a virtual address at the post office, because the banks are going to automatically see that that business is registered at a post office and is not a physical business commercial location. So some of the things that you want to have in place, this is a 20-step lender compliant checklist. You can Google it. You can shoot me an email or send me a message on the inbox, and I'll make sure I send this to you. But you want to make sure you're registered with Experian. You want to make sure you are registered with Dun & Bradstreet. You want to make sure that you are, I don't know why this is showing up private, but we'll go back in and fix that. But you want to make sure that you are registered with all of the necessary entities that you need to be registered with. Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. You want to make sure that you have you don't have to worry about the bank rating. That's going to be confusing for a lot of you all, so I'm not going to even try to go into details with what the bank rating is. But you want to make sure that you have a bank account and things set up. You want to make sure you have 5 vendor accounts with on-time payments. You want to make sure that the payments that you have are. Let me change this thing. Let's see. You want to make sure that all of the vendor accounts that you have on-time payments on it. So you don't want to open up a business bank account and start opening up your vendor accounts and then you put yourself in a place where you order something from a vendor, and then you forget to pay that particular vendor account. And then now that puts you in a place where you have a negative trade line that's reporting on your business credit report. You don't want that. So if you get business vendor accounts open, make sure you pay them on time. I try to tell people to pay them 10 to 15 days early. They're going to put, most vendors are going to put you on a net 30. So when they put you on that net 30 account, they're going to give you 30 days to pay that invoice off in full. Go ahead and pay the invoice off 10 days, 15 days early. It's not going to hurt you. Most of the time you got the money anyway, because now you're just disciplining yourself from, instead of you spending cash, you're going to open a vendor account, get the invoice, pay the invoice within those 30 days, and let those payments report to the business credit reporting agency. So that's just going to help put you where you need to be. So share the video. If y'all have questions, feel free to inbox me. If you have questions, eventually that'll put you in a place, once you have 5 vendor accounts open, where you can now have installment loans. You can do equipment leasing, and you can have business credit cards, Visa, Master, American Express cards, again, fuel cards. All the businesses that I work with, I try to get them a gas card. Just about every last business I work with, as soon as they sign up for business credit, the first thing I'm trying to get you is a gas card, because you spend money every day, every other day on gas. The average person right now, especially if you work a job or if you have a business that causes you to move around a lot, you're going to fill up your car 2 to 3 times a week. If you travel like I do, then sometimes you fill up your car almost every day, depending on where you're going. You want to make sure you have a business plan with a market analysis and an income statement or financial projection. So when you start building the business credit accounts, most of the time they're going to put you on a net 7 or sometime a net 10 or a net 15. But what's the most popular one is a net 30, which means they're going to give you 30 days to pay that invoice off in full. Then you graduate to net 60, and then eventually you start getting net 90 accounts. I'm working with a contractor right now that's working on getting a line of credit for his business. And the reason why he needs a line of credit for his business is because he wants to start doing business with Walmart. He wants to start doing construction, renovations, and stuff in the local Walmarts in his city, and Walmart wants to do business with him. But unfortunately, he don't have the $100,000 or $50,000 just sitting to the side to pay his employees, because Walmart put all of their construction workers and all of their contractors that they utilize on a net 90 account, which means that if you do a $500,000 job for Walmart, Walmart is not going to pay you until 90 days. After you submitted your invoices. And so that is hurting his business, because he can't make the big money because he don't have the line of credit or the working capital sitting in his account to pay payroll for 90 days. Because what business, that just has $50,000, $100,000 laying around to keep up with their payroll, where they can pay their employees every week for 90 days and not go bankrupt. So he need that line of credit so he can get the money that he needs so he can start generating bigger contracts. So, and I'm going to do one more slide. So this right here is just some of the things that you need to have in place, some vendor accounts that you can open. Reliable, Uline, Quill, Nebs, and Staples. I have a list of vendors that you can open up vendor accounts with. Feel free to inbox me, or again, go to the website, check out our website, fill out the information tab on the website, and we'll be sure to get some information over to you. You can purchase the business credit guide. That's $50. If you wanted to purchase the business credit guide, that's fine, because we want to see you succeed. We want to help you build a business that you want to build and be successful, because you want to be in business to make a profit. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to take advantage of using OPM with other people's money. and we want to show you how to use the bank's money, how to use other people's money. They have private investors, they have private equity firms that you can get money from. I'm working on a deal right now to pull the equity out of a property, and that's going to generate them multiple six figures with the equity that they have in a property, and they'll be able to actually pay their property off with the equity that we're getting ready to pull out of their property. So again, thank you all for being on the live. If y'all have some questions, please feel free to get with me. This right here is just some information. If you wanted to buy the book is $50. We doing a special right now. It's normally $2,500 for us to build out your business credit. We're doing a special right now for $1,750. We do accept payment plans. We can get started and we can get you financed if you don't have the $1,750 for us to build out your business credit. Or you can buy the book, read it, follow the instructions, open up your vendor accounts, put everything in place, and we look forward to helping you be successful. Go to the website www.wealthuniversityfunding.com. That's wealth, WEALTH, university, UNIVERSITY, funding, FUNDING.com. www.wealthuniversityfunding.com. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope y'all have an amazing Friday. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Those of you all who missed us with our tour last week, we'll be back on tour again next month. Instead of us being in one city every day, we're going to be coming to a city near you for a couple days, helping you build out your businesses, helping you get set up with Dun & Bradstreet, helping you build out your business credit, helping you build your business website, your professional email address, getting you registered with the Secretary of State for those of you who are not registered with them, open up your business accounts, getting your business license, getting the necessary things that you need in place so that you can be successful. If y'all need any assistance, please feel free to give our office a call at 877-809-9066. Y'all have an awesome and amazing Friday.